You failed us. You failed us. We're at your mercy, public health groups, but you're not interested in our overall public health. You're interested in your tax revenue, your cigarette taxes. And until your own father dies from a smoking-related illness, you're not going to know what we face. I don't want to fire anybody. I don't want to lose what we've created. But that's the reality. Someone else's father is going to die, a loved one. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be that way. We're just trying to help people quit smoking. And you've turned us into the enemy.
J.J. Jenkins is devastated. He lost his father to smoking, and now he's losing his once thriving vape business he established a decade ago to try and save his father. J.J. is a legendary pioneer of the vape industry. He was one of the first vape shop owners in the United States. J.J. was instrumental in helping to launch this wildly popular industry, which really took root in Southern California before its global phenomenon. In fact, as the e-cigarette business boomed, J.J. had many stores all throughout the state of California. They are the Vapor Spot, a trendy jazz-themed vapor bar. However, more recently, with dwindling profits, which he says are partly because of the negative press and vaping hysteria, he had to close most of those shops. Today, we are at his well-known San Fernando Valley location, located just north of downtown Los Angeles. JJ is agonizing over what he claims are erroneous accounts from government health agencies like the FDA and the CDC, as well as the media related to the many lung injuries and deaths possibly resulting from e-cigs and vaping. The FDA is the Food and Drug Administration. The CDC is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, two of the most influential and recognizable health organizations in the world.
What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong about your hatred of vaping? You'll have missed an opportunity in our lifetime to embrace a technology that has helped 10 million US people quit smoking. Instead, you're going to embrace old cigarette taxes over the new technology, and you're going to lead to not only the 10 million existing vapors going back to cigarettes, half of them are going to die from that. But you're talking about decades and decades and decades of people not having access to something which so far has caused 0 deaths. That's a damn shame, man. Businesses going out of business, jobs being lost, families being impacted, and cigarettes get a pass.
The CDC and FDA have been collaborating with healthcare agencies and doctors, trying to find out exactly what has been the cause of about 2,000 lung injury cases and dozens of deaths throughout the U.S. Here is part of a recent teleconference with the CDC explaining their lung injury investigation.
This lung injury outbreak is serious, and we continue to learn of additional deaths being investigated. Most patients report a history of using THC-containing products, and most patients are male and young adults. 15% of the patients with lung injury are under 18 years old. Given continued occurrence of life-threatening new cases, CDC recommends that you do not use e-cigarette or vaping products that contain THC. We cannot exclude the possibility that nicotine-containing products play a role in this outbreak. There is no safe tobacco product, and the use of any tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, carries a risk. Adults who do not currently use tobacco products should not start using e-cigarette or vaping products. I can't stress enough the seriousness of these lung injuries associated with the use of e-cigarette or vaping products. And unfortunately, many more people have been hospitalized with lung injury each week since we first advised the public about the national outbreak.
Are you crazy? Are you going to protect cigarettes, which kill people, over something which has never caused a single death, which is these e-liquid nicotine products? They're extremely safe compared to a cigarette. The liquid is non-toxic compared to the harms of a cigarette. The California Department of Public Health, the CDC, the FDA, they have a misinformation campaign. It's a bunch of half-truths. Something my dad did tell me was a half-truth is a half a lie. Especially in our latest environment, which is hysteria over the harms from some black market vaping products. So the CDC, by not specifying that illicit black market THC cartridges are what's causing the majority of the health problems, the fact that they're omitting that and just blaming vaping in general is actually going to lead people back to cigarettes.